Hey everyone, it's Jeff from the Colorado Giants. It's Monday, September 7th. The date is important and my apparel is important. I'm out on the back of the greenhouse and I've shut the wet wall for the day. But let's go inside and talk about why those two tidbits are important, so stick around. Okay, so back in the greenhouse, the reason that is important is that because for the first time in a long time, I'm not sure when, but we are going to get the next 3 days. It's going to be freezing. Tomorrow we're forecasted to get 4 to 8 inches of snow. 4 to 8 inches of snow, September 8th. That's crazy. And hold on, got to do something real fast. Okay, I'm back. I was selling something on Facebook Marketplace, and the guy just showed up, so I had to go out and take care of that. All right, so anyway, as I was saying, the cold is coming. Yada yada yada. September 7th. So September 8th, it's going to get the low on September 8th is going to be like 25 degrees. That is significant because the low yesterday was like 55 degrees or something. So we're going to have a 30-degree drop at nighttime. The low today was the high today was 91. Tomorrow the low is going to be, or the high is going to be 34, I believe, 34, 37, somewhere in there. So it's going to be cold as crud. Pumpkin plants, if you don't know, are not frost tolerant in any way, shape, or form. A hard frost will kill them. Or a hard freeze, a frost, a little bit, but a hard freeze will kill them, stop them dead in their tracks. So what am I doing to stop that? The greenhouse as a whole is not heated. So what I have done is, let's flip you around, is, obviously I covered the back half of the wet wall. I will go back and I'll secure that because it's a little windy right now. And then I've covered all the pumpkins with thick blankets, and I have a few of these guys going. I'm going to have one aiming right here, so this is in front of tractor, kind of pointing in the direction of vacuum. And then I'll have one back there that I need to install that is facing this way, kind of trying to keep Ted warm, as well as vacuum as well. The problem with these is that they're super hot. So if I'm standing like right here, after a while it will be quite uncomfortable for me to be standing right there because the sucker's hot. I mean, shoot, I'm in flip-flops right now. So like it's a balancing act because this has got to run all night and into tomorrow. So I don't want it to be like super close to the plants because it'll probably end up roasting them in some way, shape, or form. But at the same time, I don't want it to be so far back that it's not effective. I have this guy set on medium. Is it on medium? No, it's on low right now. Low, medium, low, and that's really warm, and I want it to last all night. I have 2 of them, so I'm hoping that this will at least keep the freeze off during the night. I have all the fans unplugged except the blower fan for in here. I turned off the thermostat so that there's no way that the exhaust fans will open. And really, that's about all I can do is turn on the heaters, cross my fingers, cover up the pumpkins, because if the plants die, that's unfortunate. The growth stops, but keep the pumpkins preserved and alive in some way, shape, or form to get them to the weigh offs. Our first weigh off is not for another 3 weekends. Yeah, 3 weekends from now is our first weigh off. So I have a lot of pumpkins that I would have to keep alive. So enough about that. You're up to date on the weather that's coming in and how unfortunate that is, but it happens and you got to deal with it. But that is exceptional. That is exceptionally cruddy. Usually it gets cold in September, but not this cold. So starting at the back, Ted is still growing. At last I checked, I did measure earlier today. It was kind of a quick measure, but still growing, still doing 15 pounds per day. So definitely fell off the 30-pound mark from 2 weeks ago. But even 15 pounds, if I can keep that growing for, I mean, we have 3 weeks till our first weigh off. So that means I have 7 weeks left until our last weigh off. So if that could even do 5 pounds a day for 7 more weeks, that'd be a big pumpkin. Vacuum still growing, dump truck is still growing, and tractor's still growing. Let's go back over there and show you the burner that I'm using. It's nothing special. It's nothing, really earth-shattering. It's just a propane burner. The bushel gourd tractor's looking beautiful. The bushel gourd is growing quite well. I set the state record last year, and if everything keeps on going well, I might break my own record. So, let me show you this guy. Oh God, as I drop it and break it. So here you go. Propane burner just screws into your propane tank. And for last second kind of heating options, I think this is a good one just in general. These cost like $30, I think. I tried to shop as little as possible on the Amazons, but I was able to get here next day because I was gone all last week. And when I came back and checked the weather, I saw that. I said a few 4-letter words and got to doing what I needed to do. And that's ordering some things to keep the plants from freezing. The stump on vacuum is ridiculous. That is the biggest, gnarliest looking stump I ever done seen. And vacuum still growing. Ted still growing. Ted, the blanket's on it, but you could see the bottom of it, significantly wider than the top. So I've been calling it a bubble butt. But anyway, so I think this burner is a real good option. Just in general, it adds CO2 into the greenhouse, which is nice as well. So, and then I also got this blower, and I need to finish taping the ground tube to this, because this not only blows air, it blows hot air. It's a small greenhouse heater is what it's designed to be. So I'm repurposing it for heating geothermal cables, which hopefully will work pretty okay. So the wet wall is off. Truth be told, I should have shut this off a few hours ago and let it, pull the hot air through to dry these out. But family in town went out to dinner and just didn't do it. Such is life. That's really about it. So I'm going to install this burner here. Aim this one in the direction of both, halfway between Ted and vacuum, and hopefully that keeps everything trucking along. Everybody's still growing. Powdery mildew is advancing a little bit, but it's not so bad. Aphids, those seem to be back under control, or just under control. And that's really about it. The next week's update, and then so we have basically 3 days of cold, and then it's going to be nice again. We'll be back into the 80s. And then unfortunately, well, I mean not unfortunately, but I have a wedding to go to on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So it'll be an interesting week for sure. Especially if we get that 6 inches of snow, then we'll have the snow test for the greenhouse. And so that's it. Everybody cross your fingers for me. I'd really like to keep Ted still growing. I'd really love vacuum to keep growing. If those two still grow, then I have chances for some real big pumpkins this year. And that's all I got for you. Hopefully your end of season is wrapping up well. There's weigh-offs starting. Hopefully you do good. Get some personal bests. Take home the W. Appreciate you watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and make sure to, as always, get out there, grow yourself a giant pumpkin, and we will see you next week.